quarterback Jim Miller making his second start since Cade McNown is out with injury. Up front for Chicago, Brockermeyer, Perry, Cruz, Valerio, and James Big Cat Williams. In the backfield, Allen and Enos. Eddie Kennison and Marcus Robinson are the receivers. Cassine Cincino is at tight end as the Bears open up in a 3 wide receiver set. Miller dumps it off underneath, complete, but hit immediately by Sam Cowart. Ball caught by Eddie Kennison. Second down and 3 as Flutie changes the call at the line, hands it off to Morris. Morris stretches it outside, but he is wrapped up by Brown. You talked about the quarterback.
It's more stickier than the gloves that most of the guys are using at the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
That extra traction or extra grip.
Right, and they have to be a tight fit so you have your feel as they run the screen. Urlacher all over Bryson.
That's the type of playmaking ability we talked about with Urlacher. He gets around the football. Here he is right in the middle. He's playing that Mike man, the middle linebacker. His job is to find the football, and that's what you have to do on a screen. He sifts through the traffic and gets on the inside and nails there and makes a great play on the ball.
And you're absolutely right.
The personnel looks. They got a 2 tight end look in there right now.
Dustin Lyman in motion as Allen tries the right side for 3 yards.
And setting up their personnel, switching up their personnel is going to have to be something the Bears do effectively.
Bears go to 5 wide receivers on 3rd down and 8. Miller throws it outside, caught by Kennison. Breaks one tackle, but goes out of bounds short of the 1st down.
Nice effort by Kennison. You see the great covering ability by the Buffalo Bill linebackers on the next play.
2nd and 10, Bryson. Following Reuben Brown outside. A couple on the play as Urlacher knocks him out of bounds.
Yeah, we were saying earlier, Urlacher is a guy that makes some big plays. He'll find the ball, but it's a matter of getting through the traffic. This is a kid who's learning. He played safety, tailback, kicker, anything you want to call it in college, and then he came down here to the Bears, and they tried to line him up at the strong side linebacker position over the tight end. It's been part of the problem with the Bears this year, and they are not getting that done.
All 5 plays of this drive, pass plays. Flutie 4 of 5 for 58 yards. They go to the ground with Morris. Urlacher knocks him out in the backfield.
Well, that's a solid hit. You heard that one all the way up here. And the one thing that Urlacher does have is that instinct on when to go. And I don't know if you can teach this, Ray. He's right in there. You're a linebacker. You've been there. It's a feel on when to take the chance. They always tell you don't come back door, don't overscrape, don't take chances, take things on. But if you got a guy like that who can make plays, you let him go. You let him be free.
And a lot of it is studying before the game against certain formations, down in different situations, field position, where you can take that chance. 3rd and 3, Flutie dumps it outside to Sammy Morris. Urlacher there, along with Walt Harris, and they stop him short of the 1st down.
It's funny talking to Urlacher. He did a lot this year. He came in, he got married, as soon as he left school, gets drafted, and now they got a baby coming on the way here in December.
And he moved from Lovington, New Mexico, which
the thriving metropolis of Lovington, New Mexico,
into that small town Chicago.
That after this, man, he can sell.
They have 3 and out series, 9 plays, 8 total yards. Does Chicago. And they go to the ground with James Allen. Allen finds a seam. He picks up 9 yards on 1st down. Brought down by Carpenter.
James Allen. That's a guy who's gotten better every single time he touches the ball.
2nd and 1 as Miller points out the protection, which he will do before every pass play. Now he drops it off underneath Marcus Robinson. First down for the Chicago Bears. Caught by their big play man, Marcus Robinson.
You got 3 defensive linemen. Those guys have to be combination defensive tackles, defensive ends. They got to do everything. And then you got 4 linebackers. Those linebackers all have to be able to run and find the football. You see these gaps right there? Call those bubbles. And those backers got to be able to step up and make hurt them a little bit.
See the disparity in total yards. Bills 5-1 over Chicago. As this one's batted down in the end zone. Brian Robinson.
Great play by Robinson. You know, Robinson is in his contract year. And talking to him last night, he wants to stay here. But he also knows if he has that great year, he's going to get a lot of money out there because there's not a whole lot of good defensive ends. And he's having a pretty good year. And that's one of the things that Greg Blosh, the defensive coordinator, told me that their defense would do today is if they can't get to the quarterback, they're going to get their hands up. Because Flutie, only 5'10", he can't see through a lot of the passing lanes when you do that.
Morris tries to get it outside. And stopped for a loss. Urlacher over there to finish it up.
Great play there. Sean Harris just about had the safety. And this is exactly where the Bears have to be good today. Watch the leverage here. Harris does a nice job of keeping outside leverage. In fact, if he kept a little better, he would have tackled him for a safety. And one of the things that Dick Turan has talked about, field position. We have to win the field position game. Well, here it is. And that's why they're pointing, so they can slide that way and pick it up.
3rd and 8, Miller with time. Complete outside to Booker for the first down.
Nice play. And in this offense, you have what you call hot reads. Whenever they get a blitz, they're going to try to throw to that side. Throw to the side the blitz is coming.
Chicago first down.
And they got what they want here. Now that's Booker working on Watson, who's really a backup defensive back.
And he's in there because Greer got hurt.
And like we said, that may come back to hurt the Buffalo Bills if Greer goes out as one of their starting nickelback defenders.
Allen on the stretch play, cuts it back. Flowers gets him down after a gain of 3.
That's a nice play there by Allen on that cutback. Can you believe that the Bears haven't had an over 100-yard rusher in a game since '98, and it was that guy right there?
That's when he burst on 3. We'll see if Miller goes to him.
I think it's key that he can't take a sack here. At least they're in field goal range.
Blitz comes from Cowart. And it's gotten away, and it's a first down caught by James Allen, working on Newman. Nice job by Miller at getting rid of that, finding it.
And that's the difference between Miller and McNown.
Initially, but you've got 4 options on which Packers to send.
That's right.
You can get them later on. It's Miller. Play actions out to the right side, tucks it under, and he is forced out of bounds by Sean Price.
Miller looks like he's hurting. He is hurting.
He's limping over there on the sideline.
Right now than Cade McNown does.
Paul Edinger on for the 24-yard field goal. The unorthodox style. Nonetheless, it's good, and Edinger gets the Bears on the board, and we're all...
When he went out.
25 times as Antoine Smith is hit by Brian Robinson after a pickup of 3.
And the guy who this gives a lot of problems to, I think.
And Kurt Warner came in and led him to a Super Bowl win. 3rd and 9. Johnson. Now he dumps it off to Bryson. And Bryson stops short of the first down.
And you know what I think? I think that's great for your team's confidence, knowing that they can win with either guy. But look at here, okay? They make the changes. Gary Croton's plan changes. Defensive coordinator on the side, Ted Cottrell, his plan changes with a different quarterback.
The plan for James Allen is to run.
Well, now the plan may change to try to get a field goal.
You bet they've got 3 timeouts, and they use that first one as Allen burst for 29 yards on the play.
And I agree. Just like I said, why throw the ball now with a new quarterback in the game here? Why force it? Excellent play calling there by Gary Croton.
Well, they marked the ball at the 39, and the longest field goal for Edinger in his short, happy career here with Chicago is 49 yards. He hit a 55-yarder in college, so you figure the Bears need approximately 1st and 10 from Bears territory. Morris.
That was
smacked in the hole by Urlacher.
What did Urlacher say? He said this game it's not as hard as I thought it would be. You know, it takes getting some used to the new position and all, but the whole key is that, you know, I don't have to do as many things as I did in college. Well, I guess so. You played 6 different positions in college.
At the tailback spot. Flutie to throw on 2nd and 8. Dumps it underneath. Complete to Antoine Smith for the first down. Urlacher on the tackle, is 12th of the day.
And that's not a blitz. He just gets a quick read and comes back door. Now he's just got to settle down and make the tackle.
And he's a sure tackler. He's going to hate himself in the morning for this one.
But that's a good play also by Smith. You know, Smith is a guy who kind of fell out of favor here with the Bills staff.
2nd and goal. Smith. Urlacher.
What a stop.
Urlacher stops him at the 1.
Now it's decision time. I don't think it's even close. You got to punch this in, but Urlacher stepping up and making a hit. Mike Brown came over the top originally, and I think that makes Smith flinch. Takes a little momentum off and makes him slow down the speed a little bit. Watch, he sees Brown come over here. You see him duck there?
Yeah, and a lot of times you'll want to jump yourself at that. You can't jump right into that.
Right.
3rd and goal. Smith stops short again. Brown on the tackle.
The Bears front hill. They played stout. And that's not just Urlacher. Urlacher's getting the credit along with Brown, but it's the defensive line in there. Brian Robinson, Wells, Flanagan.
And this is a team that hasn't had a lot of red zone success, as you can see, but the Bills, 4 catches, 84 yards. He now has 67 grabs on the year. That ties his career high as Bryson runs into Brown.
And they were really excited about going up against Thomas Smith, the former Buffalo Bill, every single time.
3rd and 2. Flutie on the play action. Dumps it underneath. Tipped up and intercepted. Interception by Walt Harris.
Another big play by
And a tipped pass that forces the interception.
Remember we were saying about how sometimes he's in the wrong spot? I think he's in the wrong spot there going upfield on the pass play. But look what he does. He decides to make a play. That's called impact play right there. Don't be surprised if Brian Urlacher ends up in the Pro Bowl this year.
I wouldn't be a bit.
The kid is just making too many plays, big plays like we talk about in the open, and that's what this team needs. They need to get their offense back on the field.
Matthews through the air, completes it to the tight end, Kasim Cincino. And Shane Matthews, you may be wondering, why is he in the game? Well, in the 2nd quarter, Jim Miller ruptures his Achilles tendon on his left leg and really just did it on the turf. There was a field. Pat Williams in for him on 3rd down and 4. Matthews underneath, complete for the first down. Caught there by the tight end, Kasim Cincino, his 2nd catch on this drive.
It's the ceiling.
1st and 10, Matthews to the air, throws it outside.
Whoa, what a
Great
catch
by Scott Dragos, the tight end.
Dick Duran was high on Dragos. You know, it's a guy that they're trying to get involved more in the offense, but one of the things he said about him, he's a tough guy and he's got good hands.
Dragos played in NFL Europe in 1999. He was property of the New York Giants and was allocated to the Barcelona Dragons.
But just watch this catch. I mean, he lays out, and on a day that's hard to catch balls like this, he makes an excellent catch. Or not, I think the New Orleans Saints are going to be in the playoffs.
They're fixing to go 7-3 with the win today. Smith hit in the backfield by Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson, in my opinion, is playing as well as any lineman that the Bears have.
He is, and that's why the Bears are concerned about what might happen to him at the end of the season. His contract is up, and they're not so sure they're going to be able to afford him. There aren't too many good defensive ends out there. And he plays the pass pretty well, gets upfield for the run. Those guys are usually worth.
Bears trailing by 10. We go to the ground. James Allen hit by Sam Coward after a gain of 6 on the play. Coward's 8th tackle of the day, and Sam Coward is having a Pro Bowl year. Blitz comes. Throw it outside, and
Wow, did Flutie take a shot. And we just got through talking about Mike Brown. Biggest impact guys are rookies, Urlacher and Mike Brown. Mike Brown coming right up the pipe there. Doug Flutie can't take too many hits like this, and he usually doesn't. He prides himself in being able to stand and...
Ouch, and this is what it's like to play special teams. So you want to be in the NFL, huh? 2nd and 10. Shane Matthews hands off to Allen. James Allen with a big hole. Allen up to the 48-yard line before he's ridden down.
And that's the best thing that's happened to the Bears today is James Allen's running. He had one at half, right before the half. Look at what they did over here to Pat Williams. They double team and then they get a seam. And that's all Allen said they were looking for. You know, these big guys are hard to move. Lanes, creases, and then he's got such good vision, he can explode through there once they get it.
Nice numbers for James Allen. That means I didn't have to, but you're absolutely right. 2nd down and 7.
We know you're not ashamed to go places like that.
Robinson. Olszak brings him down, but a nice throw from Matthews, threading it in there.
Had more shots downtown with him.
4 catches, 29 yards. Kennison on the screen, knocked out of bounds by Watson.
And Ray, that's a play we haven't seen.
1st and 10. Flutie's still in there. Hands off to Antoine Smith. Smith with that spin move. And he comes back out the other end.
We're talking about those undrafted free agents. That's not only a credit. Thumbs has been a part of that for a long time. Being able to look a little further under that rug for that gym.
Antoine Smith hit for a loss, and we'll head out to Los Angeles. Here's JV.
To focus on this one, but this next row here is going to determine what they will be in this year.
Doug Flutie couldn't get away from Robinson.
And Wells has been able to make a lot of things happen for Flanagan. Wow, you see that nice throwback block there by Panos right on Flanagan's knee.
Yeah, and give Flanagan the sack because he ended up with 3:56 left in the game. Blitz comes. Matthews wide open up the middle to Kennison. Henry Jones whips him down.
And the Bills are going to sit back.
Second and 10. Matthews underneath, complete. Kennison again. The Bears going to that hurry up. Matthews has come in. 2nd and 10. Underneath, complete to Booker.
Get out of bounds.
And Booker gets hit, but he does end up getting out of bounds. They stop the clock. Watson comes up from the corner and makes the play.
I think the Bears, and they got a kicker who's hitting just about everything he touches. They've actually got a lot of positives in this team, and I think you have to be careful when you play the Bills not to get sucked into all that, because they're not as worried about.
But that's never the mentality. It's always the one.
Exactly. Ask Mike Martz, head coach with the Rams, if he's happy with 2. You're darn right he's happy with 2.
That hits a 2-minute warning. Buffalo up 20-3 with the Lions via free agency. And I know the Bills have got to be happy to see him have the kind of day he did today. Allen.
One guy that the Bills, they talked all week before that game that they felt they were the best team and should have gone to the Super Bowl. And they still believe that. And that's what's driving it.
So Wade Phillips and his Buffalo Bills beat the Chicago Bears 20-3 here today. Buffalo goes to 6-4. The Bears drop to 2-8. And that's it here from Ralph Wilson Stadium. Ray Bentley for Ron Pitts saying so long. The final score, Buffalo 20, Chicago 3.